5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to 4,000 and Counting. I'm Watty. This is Mark, back with another video for you. This time we are going to be naming our 2022-23 Player of the Year for both the Elite League and for the National League. Mark, how are you, mate? Ready to kick us off?
Yeah, let's rock and roll with it.
Let's go.
It's been a fun one to go through when we break down the season and the stats and stuff and the names that crop up. So which should we start with?
Let's go with the Elite League, boys.
So Elite League in contention, really. I think we've got the obvious here, but one I would like to actually throw in there who was in consideration was Guildford boy Daniel Tedesco.
Yeah, he was in the mix.
So yeah, we liked him and his production and what he's brought to the Flames organization.
Yeah, he's been really good, man. Like, not only has he been good, I don't have his stats to hand, but
got them.
Go on then. Yeah, you probably have this year's stats. That's not what I want. I want how much his numbers have jumped up looking at his past 2 to 3 seasons to what they have this year. If there's ever a guy that's leveled up his ability and leveled up his stats, he's the guy. I'd have to go back and have a look right now, but I'm sure he was in the league he was in last year. He put up like 35 points, maybe.
Oh, I don't remember his exact points, but just while you look at that, this season he's got 67 games, 36 plus 55, so 91 points overall.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. 80
league and cup combined.
80 points in the league. Okay, so maybe I was wrong. He actually had 68 points last year. It must have been the 2 previous years that I was looking at where he had 39 points and 39 points. So yeah, he's gone 39, jumped up to 68, and now again jumped up to 80 points. He's got 4 assists in the internationals for Italy in 3 games this year. The guy's the real deal. The other guy that we had in the mix, we seem to have talked about him on every podcast recently, is Greener from Sheffield. Mr. 53 games, like to only miss the last game of the regular season to give him a rest, to be rocking in at 92.3. Can't remember what it was in the end, but it was right up there above 92%. He's been phenomenal. There was a few guys in the mix. You got to shout out like Ben O'Connor, top scoring D-man, 50 points. That's incredible. British D-man doing a very good job. Excuse me. And then you've got the weapons down in Cardiff, Sanford and Cox. 38 goals for Sanford on the year, just second behind Conway. And then another guy that we've spoke about numerous times on the podcast recently is Anthony DeLuca. He's on a 6th place team, and he's in the top 5 or 6 in scoring, I believe, over the course of the year. Phenomenal achievement for him. Okay, so he was actually
29 goals or something.
Yeah, so he was actually only 13th in points with 53, which is still over a point a game. But then he was 4th in scoring, so he was 4th in that scoring title race. Besco, he came in 94% save average in 26 games, but I don't feel that we could give it to somebody that didn't play the full season. So that being said, do we want to let the people know who our Elite League Player of the Year for the podcast is?
Well, it is, of course, British forward, Belfast Giants, Scott Conway.
Champ, back to back. And well deserved to win the scoring title in the Elite League and to win the points race. To win the points race by 20 and to pick up 2 trophies. I can't say any more than that. Right? If you're watching along, you go, "Oh well, you picked him last year, clearly a favourite." Blah blah blah. Besco is my favourite. I've said that on this podcast for ages, and Conway's been phenomenal. And I also think there's very much a case of someone had to go take his title from him.
Yeah.
No one's done that. There's been some good performances, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, we have looked through the stats of the players and just what we've seen and discussed and what we like about these guys in general, it's not like we just think, oh, let's just give it to Conway. We genuinely try to be reasonable with this,
Yeah.
but when you've got a guy that's just finished 20 points higher than second place, I mean, it's hard not to choose him in that respect.
Yeah. Also, an undercover shout out to his teammate, Mr. Goodwin, captain.
Yeah.
The guy's phenomenal. And when you play on a team like that and you're strong and you've got good scoring and you're a scorer, i.e. like Conway, you're just going to keep running away with it. If he stays in Belfast again,
Exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him be rolling into 3 in a row for league leading, title scoring, and everything that comes with it. Anything else on Elite League, or should we bounce down to the National?
Let's go to the National. I think we've covered the Elite League well.
Okay, so some of you will already know who we've picked because you would have watched the interview that we done with him. But once again, the same as the 2022 Player of the Year, the 2023 Player of the Year is Kieran Brown. And again, we tried. We've been up, we've been down, we've been back and forth. Nobody's done enough to take the title from him. 119 points again this year. I mean, breaking that 100-point barrier twice in a row, phenomenal. This time, adding a league championship to it. First year captain. No brainer for me, mate. I think he is the best player in that National League.
Yeah, they've again incredible players we'll speak about soon, but yeah, Kieran Brown is just, he's been phenomenal, and it's not just this season. He's been consistent for a couple of seasons now, and he's grown as a player, and to be given the captaincy as well shows that he's got it in the locker room to get the boys going. There's some big names in there. He's got a lot to learn from some of those names as well. So he's took that all on board. He's delivered success for the season for Leeds. He's got them to a cup final. Now they're going into the playoffs looking strong. So yeah, how can you not give him the Player of the Year?
He's been absolutely legit. Someone else that's been legit that deserves a shout, and maybe his name goes under the radar a little bit, but he is a cup champion, and that's Tom Norton.
Yeah.
Norton has been great, mate. Honestly, he's had a fantastic year, put up a hell of a lot of points from the back. He's been extremely strong and gave Peterborough a chance to win every night. They've got a young decor. They're going to lean on him a little bit for that experience factor. He's just going to be passing knowledge on, and I've been very impressed with Norts this year. Who else? I mean,
I would say Aaron Nell. I'd throw Aaron Nell in there. He's had another solid season, hasn't he? He's just captain
48
consistent.
tucks, mate. Mad. Let's have a look at Aaron's stats real quick.
How 48 many plus 48?
I was just
96 in 55 games.
I was just thinking, how many years in a row has he got 40 plus? Let's have a look. So it's got to be right.
You're going to be going back for a few years now.
Okay, maybe not. Okay, so he had 39 last year, 48 the year before, and then obviously the 2 years prior to that, he had only played 29 and 35 games, and he had 23 and 25 goals. So, and then we go back to like the EPL days, 41 goals, 39 goals, 32 goals in 28 games, 60 goals, 46 goals. The man can score goals. His consistency for the last, let's have a look, since he came back from Coventry Blaze in 2012 has been unbelievable. He's just been putting points on the board left, right and centre. Swindon, probably a little bit disappointed with their season, finishing 5th, getting absolutely shit kicked up in Sheffield on the Friday night first leg of the playoffs. And speaking of Sheffield, they have a team full of good players, but there's one man that has stood out for me this year, and that is young Alex Graham. Only 21 years old, 40 goals, 40 assists in 36 games. He actually has the league highest points per game average at 2.22 points per game. Some of these young kids, man, they're a joke. Him, Brownie, Shuge is good. He's put up some numbers. So, yeah. Anyone else in the national that you kind of, well, surely Norris has got to be.
Norris, you got to put Malasinski in there as well.
Yeah, savage. Yeah, he's been very good.
He can't go without a mention. Definitely a player that's been very consistent.
And you think, what is he, 37, 38?
Something
Still,
like that.
still breaking that 100-point barrier, still winning games, and just delivering performances. People were like questioning, oh, is he too old? Not if you're in shape.
Got it all.
Not if you're in shape. Like, I'm 36. I don't feel old. I don't feel old at all. Like, don't get me wrong. I squatted 200 kilos yesterday, so fucking tomorrow I'm gonna feel like a bag of shit. I can guarantee that. But like on the days where I don't squat 200 kilos, I normally feel all right. And you look at someone like Jaroszewski, kept himself in tremendous shape, always lean. Yanni Kostal, Jan Melakar. I just start looking at these guys that played until they were like 40 plus. They were all in good shape. It's not an accident that they carried on playing. Steve Moria played forever. He was never jacked or anything, but he was always what I would call fit.
Yeah.
Like he could mow, probably not a runner, but could go out and run a 10K with like no training. Could jump on a bike and cycle 50 miles and not even fucking break a sweat. And some of the guys, if you're fit, like Malasinski, age is just but a number.
Just keep going. Yeah.
Age is just but a number. But congratulations to Scott. Congratulations to Kieran. And well done to everybody else that we've mentioned within the video. There's been some exceptional performances this year across the board and plenty of guys that we didn't even get around to naming. But yeah, great job across both leagues. Fantastic hockey to watch. Some absolutely outstanding individual performances. But Kieran Brown, Scott Conway, that's our two. Couple of GB boys. Let's go.
Yeah. Happy days.
Yeah, love it. Right, guys, girls, thank you very much for watching. The subscriptions have been flying recently. We are well on our way to 1,000, so we appreciate that. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. Check out all the interviews. 12 interviews have been released this week, which is an absolutely insane number. Hope you're enjoying them all. I hope it's bringing you guys some entertainment. But for now, Mark, this was fun. Everybody else, peace.